What is the best Sonic quote? What is the one quote in this franchise that stands above tall among all of the others as not only being the best to describe the franchise, but maybe the best to describe an individual character as well? This quote does not have to be said by Sonic the Hedgehog, but just a character throughout the entirety of this franchise. I'm talking games, comics, movies, etc. It can be Sonic, but it's not only limited to Sonic. But I guess it's only fair if I set the parameters for what I mean as the best Sonic quote. What entails becoming the best Sonic quote? And I guess what I'm looking for is a quotation that not only represents the entire series, but also actually has some real value to it. A quote that a person like myself could also latch onto. A meaningful one is what I'm looking for. And I don't think that's too hard of a task. These Sonic games are deeper than what they're given at face value. A lot of Sonic games often have some sort of underlying tone to them that actually gives the person who plays them at least somewhat of a direction on what they're supposed to gain from the story in a mental standpoint. In other words, Sonic games often have a moral to the story or a lesson to be learned. And I think in these lessons, there are some important quotes said throughout the games that drive that point home. So I think needless to say, there's plenty of great options to pick from, which is why I think this question is so important. What is the best Sonic quote? Stick with me, folks, because we're going to get to the bottom of this question and figure out an answer, but all I'm going to need you guys to do is to hit that like and subscribe button for more SONICSTA content, because I would really appreciate it. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Before I made this video, I already had a quote in mind of what I personally believe was the best Sonic quote. However, I have to say I was pretty naive because I didn't think that there were any quotes that could stack up to the one that I personally thought was the best. And even now, as I'm making this video and recording, I'm still having questions whether or not I'm making the right decision on stating my opinion on what the best Sonic quote may be. So I think the best course of action is to go through all the quotes that I believe ranked the highest throughout the entire series. Now, I do want to note, I am only including quotes that have actually been said by characters themselves. I'm not going to be including Japanese taglines like, "Don't sit there and waste your precious time. When you want to do something, do it right away. Do it when you can. It's the only way to live a life without regrets," from Sonic the Hedgehog 1991. Even though I believe it's a great tagline, and I think it is a mantra that Sonic the Hedgehog lives by, I still don't want to include it in this list because it was never officially said by him. At least, not to my knowledge. Correct me in the comment section down below if I am wrong. Anyway, I pulled a total of 5 quotes that I personally believe are standouts among the entire franchise, and of course the one that I say at the end of the video will be the best. This will be the one that I believe is the best Sonic quote. But let's not waste any more time and get to quote number 5.
An adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
An adventure is no fun if it's too easy summarizes Sonic the Hedgehog as a character and also the entire series. Since day one that this franchise has been around, Sonic has never gone on an easy adventure. Yeah, every now and then he has some fairly easy video games, but as an actual adventure itself, Sonic is always going through challenges. He's always conquering something bigger than himself in order to prove that he is capable of doing it, and to help other people. This quote can even have some meaning to us personally as we embrace challenges that may face us as well. You see, Sonic here has the mentality that a challenge can be seen as a good thing, and it could actually be fun, and maybe we are supposed to take that exact same approach when obstacles come in our way. While I do believe this is a pretty good quote, there are still others that are better, like this next one.
Do I need a reason to want to help out a friend?
Now, I'm doing this whole quote a disservice if I don't really explain what's happening here. Now, Sonic and Chip have gone on this entire journey in Sonic Unleashed together, the two of them, and Sonic has helped out Chip so much and helped him experience so much of the world that he had never seen before. The two of these characters have done so much in so little time, and their relationship has grown so strong because of it. To Chip, there was no real merit for Sonic to continue to join him on his quest, so he was gonna go off on his own, but Sonic just didn't want that to happen because even if there was no real gain for Sonic at all in this equation, Sonic still wanted to be there for him because he is his friend. Sonic would do it without gaining anything from it. And this shows what real friendship is supposed to look like in our world. Friends are supposed to have your back no matter what, and even in the circumstances where they don't gain anything from it, it shouldn't affect the overall outcome. outcome. They should still be by your side. This quote even summarizes Sonic's character really well because this is how he acts with almost everyone he meets, even with his best friend Tails. In the very beginning when the two of them met, Sonic helped out Tails from the bullies he was facing for no reason at all other than the fact that he just wanted to help him. And even if he didn't know him at that time, he didn't know what would become of that circumstance. He didn't know if Tails was going to become his friend or not, he just wanted to be helpful. So if Sonic would do this for a complete and absolute stranger, he would most definitely do it for a friend. But anyway, let's now move on to quote number 3.
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
This quote, and actually this entire scene, is probably the best Shadow the Hedgehog moment, and to me it's one of the best quotes in the series because it is exactly what this character is supposed to be. Shadow is a character who will do what he believes is right, and the reason I included the remainder of that scene is because Shadow is the type of character to put his words to action, and I wanted to show that because Shadow is not only saying that he will fight like he always has, but he's actually doing that. He fights over hundreds of duplicates of Mephiles just because he feels like he needs to stand up for what he believes is the right thing to do. And this is a concept that can easily be applied to our everyday society. When there's an injustice, you should take a stand for what you personally believe is the right thing to do. Much like Shadow the Hedgehog. Maybe not bashing through people, but in a different way. Moving on, let's get to the penultimate quote here, which I think is actually a pretty popular one among the fanbase.
Every world has its end. I know that's kind of sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest in the time we have. At least, that's what I figure.
I feel like this quote often gets taken as a joke or gets memed a lot, but I think it really does have some real value. It not only explains Sonic's ideologies, but also provides a message that life is precious and we have to try to make the most of every opportunity. Sonic isn't naive in saying that bad things will not happen because that's what he begins with. He says that there will be some sad times, but even then, the good times could be right around the corner in having to live life to the fullest. It reminds me of one of the old Sonic the Hedgehog Japanese taglines where it basically says that you should live a life without regrets. But anyway, let's move on to the final quote here. But before we do that, I want to remind you guys to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video thus far. I would really appreciate it. Your boy SONICSTA thanks you immensely. Anyway, let's get to it. While I will admit the audio mixing isn't the best here in this scene, the point still stands that this is probably the best Sonic quote. It not only highlights Sonic the Hedgehog as a character, but also the entire franchise, and it still manages to get across a great point of application. You don't have to be anything more than what you are. Sonic clearly says what you see is what you get, just a guy that loves adventure. And in this point, Sonic is just saying that he's exactly what meets the eye. Sonic isn't hiding any extra information, and he's not trying to be anyone who he isn't. In this case, Sonic is just Sonic, and you should just be you. This is the best quote in the series because it not only teaches a good message, but also expresses that this character loves adventure, and this entire series is all about them. That is why I believe that this is the best Sonic quote. But what do you guys think? What do you think is the best quote in this entire series, whether it's said by Sonic or someone else? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Anyway, now's a great time as I need to shout out my legendary channel members. Thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel and creating the best possible content that I can create. Videos like these would not be possible without you, and I praise the Lord for y'all every single day. Y'all are truly the best. If you're interested in becoming a member of my channel, there will be a link in the description down below. But if you want to support me through other means, I have a merch store, and you guys can check out all sorts of SONICSTA swag, whether it be hoodies, hats, t-shirts, you name it, we got it. The link will be in the description for that as well. But anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. This is Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?